Good morning, everybody. This is God's Plan Radio on our Monday Facebook Live video podcast. I apologize that it's been some time since I've had one for you all. Just do some normal everyday life situations. It's just been really busy and it's been really hard for me to try to get together with the podcast, so I do apologize about that. I am going to work on getting more podcasts out as the weeks go on. I don't actually have a specific message that I feel like God has told me to speak, but I do believe I do have a message on my own life that I feel like I should share with everybody who's watching this, of course. In life, the Bible says that God puts us through daily journeys each and every day to test us and to test our faith. It mentions multiple times how he tested Job's faith, and he allowed Satan to go after Job multiple times and said, as long as you don't kill him, you do everything you can to test his faith. Job will always be faithful to me. And that's something that I've always tried to pray, that I have a Job-like faith. Now, keep in mind that when you ask God for something, He's going to do it. So if you ask Him to test your faith, if you ask Him to test your love for Him and your character, whatever it is you've asked God to do, He's going to do it. So you better make sure you're prepared to handle that journey and handle that test that God is going to send you to. Now, I've prayed multiple times that God would send me somebody in my life where I would be blessed to have someone I can share and love and have that type of relationship with. And through my prayer life, God has blessed me, and He has sent me a beautiful woman, Betty. She is a blessing in my life. I really appreciate her. She supports my ministry. She truly is what a minister's wife should be, or future wife should be, mind you, and God has truly blessed me. The pastor has been speaking on prayer these last couple of weeks now, and it's been an awesome message. If you've not had a chance to listen to any of the live streaming videos yet at our church, go to lifeupc.org, check them out. It's been an awesome ministry he's been going through, and it's funny because, I've often told my friends and my family that I've always been a man of prayer. I've always loved to pray, and it seems like lately life has just been so busy that I've not been able to pray like I usually do. And I was praying this morning with God, and I said, Lord, I said, I've asked for many things. I said, but yet, the burdens on life are just hard. We can't seem to find a way out. Why can't I get out of it? And I felt God telling me that, you've prayed for this, and I've answered your prayers. You've prayed for that, and I've answered your prayers. But the one prayer you've not asked for is for that burden-free life, that life to not worry about things, the stress of life, whether it's bills, whether it's car payments, whether it's jobs, positions, stress, whatever it is. You don't ask for those. And I thought maybe it's because we felt like we didn't want to bother God with them. Maybe it's because we felt like God is such a bigger God that He needs a bigger problem. But in reality, I think that kind of hit me hard was that I didn't ask because I still had control on that. I didn't ask for God to relieve me of the burdens and the stresses of whatever it is, whether it's your finances, whether it's your job, whether it's your family member, or whether it's just a strife that you have with a brother in the church or a friend or family member, whatever it is, or even your brother in life. Whatever it is that you're going through, if you don't ask God to help you, sometimes people think it's because you don't want to burden God with that problem, but in reality, it could also be too that maybe you're not ready to fix that problem. And Pastor touched on being marked of prayer, being marked for prayer, and God marks us, marks the people He wants to have marked for prayer and prayer life. So when you are sitting there praying to God daily and asking God to help you in certain areas, and you don't ask Him to help you in other areas, I wouldn't be surprised if God tests you in those areas. If God does not allow for you to go through those problems every single day to make you realize, maybe you should be praying about this. Maybe you should be praying to have me help you with this. Give up control of whatever that problem is. Because if you don't pray about it to God, I do believe He's going to test you on that. Because He knows how you're supposed to be in life. He knows what your heart is supposed to be. He's our creator. He knows everything. So to sit there and say, God, help me with this, and in reality you've got other problems that you need to fix, or other things in your life that are weighing you down and stressing you out, and you feel God doesn't need to be burdened with those problems, maybe those are the problems we should burden God with to begin with. And this is just something I felt like in my heart that God's helping me right now with my own walk and helping me realize, I pray for my family. I pray for my son, my fiance, my mom, my dad, my friends, my church family, my pastor. I pray a lot. But I very seldom ever pray for God to help me in certain areas of my life because I feel like that I'm a small factor in God's kingdom. But from a father's standpoint, all of his kids are a big factor. No matter if you're the first child, the second child, or if you're the last child, all of us mean a lot to God, and we are important in his life. So I hope this message reaches out to someone to let you know that if you're praying for God to help others and praying for God to help you in certain areas, for that, you're not praying for that big problem that you have, or that issue that's really weighing you down. Let's start off with that in your prayer life. Start off with that to God. Give that to God, and everything else will fall into place. That's it for my message today, guys. I hope you'll have a great Monday. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Be sure to share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to check out lifeupc.org for the Sunday live streaming and our Tuesday episode as well. Plus, Richmond Hill campus now has the 3 o'clock service on Sundays, and we also are having prayer on Thursday nights at 6:30. That's the 2562 Highway 17 in Richmond Hill, Georgia. Definitely check us out. Shoot me an email, godsplanradio@gmail.com, if you have any questions about our church, the podcast, or if you'd like to come on and speak. Thank you all so much. God bless. Have a good day.